What's up? It's Embers. Thanks for joining me today. I am very excited to bring you a review of a new game that just launched worldwide, Planet of Heroes. It is a MOBA game, which is multiplayer online battle arena. It is just like League of Legends, Dota, Mobile Legends. Just to do a quick overview of what's a little different is the difference in this game in Planet of Heroes is instead of a 3 lane map, you have a 1 lane map. Instead of 5 versus 5, it's 3 versus 3. The games are typically shorter. They're about 10 to 12 minutes versus other games that typically like 15 to 20, sometimes even half an hour. So the maps are smaller and you have less players. And there's certainly pros and cons to having less players and a smaller map. But I can get to that later. For this video, I just want to give you a quick overview of the game. And I'm going to try to just cover everything because this game is actually very well developed. It has a lot of things already included during with the worldwide launch, which is great. And then I also want to get into some of the stuff that they are expected to upgrade and patch. So let's go over what is most important: the heroes. There is a slew of heroes for the worldwide launch, and it is broken up by melee or tank melee. This is pure melee and damage, range, and support. Now, I did purchase Zara, who is basically a high DPS melee, and I got Candy, who is a high DPS range because I prefer to play range in most games. So, for the most part, for the past few days, I've been using Candy as my main character whenever I can. Now, Sparks. Sparks is essentially a spell that you get to pick for any character. It doesn't matter. So you can heal yourself, which I think most people pick this one, but it has a 60-second cooldown. Spark of Might does damage and it heals yourself 10%. It only has a 30-second cooldown. And then you have Spark of Rage, which has a 45-second cooldown, but it increases your attack speed and your damage. And then there's also Spark of Speed and Spark of Push, which I have not unlocked yet because it's at 7 and 10. Next thing we have is quests. Wow, I did a lot of them. So again, always nice to be able to get some rewards to either logging in every day or doing quests. They have that here. They have your inventory. You can kind of see here are all the trinkets and items I have. The majority of these items are used for equipment, which you can use to gear your heroes, and I'll get more into that later. Friends. Now, one thing that I wish they had already was guilds or alliances. That is something they have said they will add. I really, really wish they already had it because essentially every game you're playing is a pug game. And that's actually one reason I haven't been playing Mobile Legends that much, is because every single game is a pug game. And there's always an AFKer or half my team sucks. And it's extremely frustrating when you're playing with people who either don't know how to play or even aren't even there. So, so far, I haven't really had too many bad teams, but I have been on a few where I could tell the other players really didn't know what they were doing. Let's see, next one, login bonus. Every game should have this. If you watch any of my other videos, you know I say this all the time. Every single game should have this option because it doesn't cost the game much, but it definitely gives a player a reason to log in and be active every day. And what's the last thing? P. Oh, news. All right, well, hey, it's kind of cool. News. All right. Oh, and let me just, this is a game, so there is a cash shop, which is the bottom right gold button, and you can buy heroes, you can buy skins. Some of the skins are pretty cool. If you look at the graphics, they're very much like Overwatch. Sorry, Overwatch. So it's kind of like that. It's really not like League of Legends or mobile. So it just graphics are nice. It's just a bit more cartoonish, which some people may or may not like. Let's just jump back into the store again. Heroes, skins, consumables. packs. So these are things where you can buy to help upgrade your equipment, which again I'll get back to in a minute. And then there's a subscription based thing. Now, for subscription, you essentially get 50% more experience and playtons, planet tons. Uh, what's nice is they do have a 7-day trial, and that's what I'm on right now. So if you see, it says you are already a subscriber. I'm on a 7-day free trial, and you can quit anytime before that. Else, you can have 1, 3, or 6 month subscription. This may be worthwhile if you really get into this game. Supposedly, they're going to start having like online tournaments and things of that sort. And so this is, hey, it's up to you as a player. And there you go. That is the disclaimer. So let's just jump out of that. Going talking about the center map here, the top left. That's basically if you play if the first time I started this game, it said if you play 5 PvP games, you get a reward. So that's what that was. Not sure what the clock there is. The bottom left, the practice, essentially you're playing a full game, but you're playing against the AI. Once you die, because there's three, it's 3 versus 3. Your team of three. If the character that you're playing dies, you automatically just get switched to a player that is alive. So it's pretty cool in that way because if you want to practice with 3 heroes, you're going to eventually be able to practice with all 3, especially if your first character dies. PvP is just that, PvP. It is live. Um, for the most part, I can find a game within about 30 seconds. Sometimes it takes about 60, but for the most part, I say the wait time is around 20 to 30 seconds. Missions is pretty cool. Missions is the solo portion of the game, and it's also a very important part because this is where you get your equipment or tools to upgrade your gear. So, for instance, for the first one, possible rewards. So all those trinkets that you see, all those red and orange and blue thingies, well, all those things you collect because if you go back to your heroes, and I'll use Candy as a perfect example. If you go to equipment, here are all the things that you need to upgrade her hyperboard, her chest armor, and her glove. So this is really important. So you have in this game, I like it how they make the single player mode actually important. In most games like this, the missions or the solo missions are just completely useless and pointless. In this game, they actually make it a point to, hey, you should do these because you can upgrade your player. Now, the other thing with that is this: if you go to missions, and I just want to give you a quick, let's go this one. The autoplay cost right now, I have 10 autoplay, which is great. It once you get 1 star for each mission, you can do an autoplay. Now that's a little different from other games where you have to get 3 stars to autoplay. So say I'll give you a perfect example. Say I need that orange trinket to upgrade something. Well, instead of me having to play the whole mission all over again, I just press autoplay, and look, I got it, and that's it. Now I'm not exactly sure how you get more autoplays. I'm pretty sure you can probably buy it, right? Can you buy it? Packs? Is there auto? Yeah, see it's the Astro Coffee packs. I think that is the autoplay. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Just at the top, the 501, the silver bars, that is what you use to upgrade. Let me just come over here. That's what you use to upgrade your equipment. The purple sapphires. I don't know why they just don't call them gems because it'd be so much easier. Just call them gems. Um, this is what you use to buy if you want to buy heroes. So hey, Nilu, who I hear is really good, you could either buy it with 8,950 planet tons or 599 gems or sapphires. Again, them giving you 2 different options. A lot of games are doing that now, which is really nice. The the orange shaped gem, the planetons or whatever, the planets, those are the things that you get by playing games. So the more you play, the more you collect. So you don't, again, this, you don't have to pay, but if you want something faster, like if I want Nilu now, I can buy her or him, not sure what it is. Um, I could do it with just gems because I have 847, or I could just keep playing, which I may be playing for a while because it's 9,000 and I only have 632. Options, controls, pretty good. Sound and social. You can't connect with Facebook. I would highly suggest you do that. I haven't done it yet, but I typically do because then most of the times if you lose your account or your data, it's always there. Or you'll be at least be able to get your account back, and you typically can play on multiple devices. Right now I'm playing on my iPhone. I may want to play on my iPad, so I can just log in with my Facebook. Game Center to me sometimes doesn't work all the time. All right, guys, that is just my general overview of this game right now. My next video, I'm gonna be doing a tutorial on the actual gameplay, and then I will be doing a special video on Candy herself. As you can see, she is my main. If you see the orange fists, all my other heroes are at 517. Candy's at 826. So I've been leveling her up and basically upgrading all of her equipment because she is my main. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below and I will try to answer them. And stay tuned because I will be posting more videos about heroes, planets of heroes.